Hey everybody, it's Greg from Park Journey here. Hope you're all doing well. As you can see, I'm in my Arctic Rescue shirt, which means I'm going to be talking about SeaWorld and Arctic Rescue Media Day, which was yesterday. I had a great time at the media event, very well organized, really fun. The ride is really fun family coaster. I'll get into a little bit about that as well. In this video, we have a lot of videos from Media Day. We have POVs and reverse POVs and almost backseat POVs and a backwards POV. So we have like 4 videos up about Arctic Rescue. Make sure you check them all out. I'll link them all in this video. But in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about Arctic Rescue, obviously. But we're also going to take a walk through the all-new Rescue Junior kids area that opened up. We went there right when the park opened. I always feel weird about going into kids areas when I don't have any kids with me. So we made a point to go right in to the kids area right when the park opened. Got some nice video, some nice pictures, so make sure you check that out. And then just a general walk around the park, some new things around the park that I wanted to touch on, and then we'll get right into Arctic Rescue stuff at the end. Before I get right into it, make sure you click below to subscribe to our channel. As always, it is greatly appreciated. All right, so here we are heading into the brand new Rescue Junior area. Basically a retheme of the Sesame Street area that was in the park previously. As you may or may not know, they do have a new Sesame Place park in San Diego, about 20 minutes away from SeaWorld. And I was actually hearing some confusion from people that were at the park last year. You know, when they would see the Sesame Street stuff, they were saying things like, "I thought Sesame Street, was at a different park." So this actually makes a lot of sense to me. Make sure the Sesame characters have their own park. It's great. It's fantastic. If you haven't checked it out, I encourage you to do so. And then, just bringing in more SeaWorld rescue stuff, which I always think is a good thing as well. Get the kids thinking about, conservation and rescue and animal rescue and things like that, and kind of the mission of SeaWorld at a young age. And then, nothing new here as far as, no new attractions or anything like that, but just a nice facelift of the area, new signage everywhere. I'm sure they replaced some of these cargo nets, and they got some SeaWorld rescue trucks, as you can see here. So just a really nice retheme of this area. And it fits in with the park absolutely perfectly. So kudos to SeaWorld for doing a real bang-up job here on the Rescue Junior area. And then as you can see over here, they've still got the splash pad and the boat that you can climb on. So yeah, it's a really good sized area. I wouldn't be surprised if they took out some of the stuff in the next few years and added a couple more attractions. Yeah, it's a really nice looking area. If I had small kids, I'm sure they would absolutely love this area of the park. And then even the store here that was SeaWorld theme is now SeaWorld Rescue Junior Supply and Souvenirs. Probably a lot of the same merchandise, to be honest with you, that was here before. You got the dryers here as well for kids that want to play in the splash pad. And then over there in the distance, you can see Electric Eel. And then you've got the teacup style ride here that are still, again, same attraction, just a new signage, new name, things like that. But they've also put in some how to help type things as well around the area, to how you can help conservation and how you can help the animals. So this is Tide Pool Twist. And then they've got some information about the ride, the safety requirements, safety instructions, your basic stuff. But again, just fits in really nice with the area here. And then they've also got some other signs here, kind of pointing out what SeaWorld does, what SeaWorld Rescue does to help animals, which is great. They've also left some of the artwork from, the for the land kind of around. I'm sure that'll, something new will replace that at some point. And then here is the rescue rafter, which again is another kind of spinning ride. It didn't look like it was open. They might have been doing the one operator for both rides type thing early in the morning. And no one was in line for the rescue rafters. So, but I'm sure it was open later on in the day. And I'll be honest, like I said, I didn't really spend too much time in this area when it was Sesame Street. I'm actually kind of surprised, and I didn't really realize how big this area actually was. So it's a really good sized area. So it's nice to see a kids area um, of this size in the play area. Moving on over towards the Nautilus Theater, I noticed maybe it's just me, maybe I hallucinating things, but I kind of noticed some new paint on this food booth here that they use for their food events and things like that. It looked a little different to me. It looked like more of a kind of a Mardi Gras theme. And then we also did notice as we were walking by Nautilus, I had to backtrack a little bit. It looks like a new show is coming to the Nautilus Theater. A new animal encounter show is coming this summer. I haven't heard anything about this, but we'll kind of check it out. Obviously once we hear what it is, we will let you know. But back to this seems new to me. So if it's not, then that's on me. Let me know in the comments. But it seemed kind of new to me, to be honest with you. And just a couple of other things around the park. Some pictures here. There look to be some new signage in the Penguin Encounter. Some new lighting on some of the signage here, as you can see here. So just some informational signage, things like that. And it is also winter time for the penguins, so it is very dark in the exhibit. So they do ask you to not have your phones out and have your lights off and all that stuff. So just keep in mind when you are visiting the penguins this time of the year, it is their winter. It is very dark in the Penguin Encounter. And then one other side note, the flamingos are actually back where they belong. They're no longer kind of behind a fence in the near Shipwreck Rapids where they have been for the last few months. I don't know if this is a good sign that the bird flu is that it was affecting the penguins and the flamingos is resolved, which I think that's a great thing if it is. The Magellanic penguins still had the net around them. I'm guessing that might be a permanent addition because I know that there had been some issues, with people reaching too far over in that exhibit. So that might be a permanent thing. But it was nice to see the flamingos back where they belong. All right, so moving on to Arctic Rescue. Here we are heading into the entrance of Arctic Rescue. You can see here Arctic Rescue on the left, Wild Arctic on the right. Really nice signage. I really like the way this flows. I really like the way that I really like the way that the blue and the green flow there. Just really, really nicely done. When we walked by when the park first opened, it said a 30-minute wait. It was not open. They were doing media stuff for broadcast media in the morning. But it did say 30 minutes, but nobody, we couldn't go in there until about noon. So going into the station here, heading right into the Arctic Rescue Station here. They did use one of the previous bays here from Wild Arctic. This is the exit here, heading out. So basically, once you exit, you can go into the Wild Arctic here, or you can go to the right, basically, and head straight into the store. So you don't have to go into the rest of the exhibit. You can actually just keep going straight and head right into the door. To the store. Speaking of the store, here's some new arrivals that arrived. Some new snow globes and picture frames and mugs. I don't need any more coffee mugs in my house. I've been told I am no longer allowed to buy coffee mugs. Some new shirts. The shirt that I'm wearing, I got the Wild Arctic opening day shirt, even though I technically was not there for opening day. I wrote it the day before opening day, but close enough. I felt that I deserved to have the shirt for writing the day before. Love these Clyde and Seymour Loungefly backpacks. I don't partake in Loungefly. But I'm sure they're quite popular. And then as you move over towards where the exit is for Arctic Rescue, you will see some Arctic Rescue merchandise. So you got some shirts. You got some kind of teal shirts here. You've got the gray one on the other side that I have. And that is the opening day shirt. So I'm assuming not too many of these were made. Opening day was today, June 1st. So you can see really nice design. Again, I'm not a huge coaster shirt person, but I really like the design, so I did pick one up. Coffee mug. Again, I don't need a coffee mug. I don't need a travel coffee mug. They got shot glasses and hats and all kinds of stuff. So make sure you check all that out when you head down to SeaWorld San Diego to ride Arctic Rescue. So that's going to wrap it up for our SeaWorld San Diego update. Hope you enjoyed that look at Rescue Junior and a little bit of the Arctic Rescue queue line, and then some just regular updates around the park. We do have a lot of other videos from Media Day. Like I said, there's 4 videos out there. There's the POV that the park provided last week. We've got our reverse POV, our almost second to last row. I say almost backseat POV was the second to the last row. And then I tried to do a backwards POV. It didn't really work out as well as I would have liked. You can kind of see my head in a little bit of it. But I like the way it turned out. Maybe next time I have a head strap for the GoPro, so maybe next time I'll try that and see if I can get a reverse POV that way. All right, or a backwards POV that way, excuse me. All right, everybody, take care. Hope you're all well, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.